Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to talk about unstructured data and see how we are able to deal with unstructured data in Hadoop ecosystem. So the agenda for this tutorial is to go through unstructured data, to take over a log file, to take it into a Hive component in Hadoop, and go through some tricks and customization to make sure we can collect data into the Hive warehouse and take advantage of all features and configuration available on Hadoop ecosystem for Hive and Impala. So first of all, the big question would be why unstructured data? So guys, as you know, nowadays we need to collect data into some other type of data structures like unstructured or semi-structured data. So we are used to work with structured data in the tabular format using SQL and like in Python pandas, as we have like many rows, many columns, and this is very common, all right? But the new trend of data type that we need to consider is unstructured data. That these unstructured data means there is no any particular pattern, and there is no any specific rows and columns, and we need to firstly understand what's going on basically and what is the schema on these unstructured data. So let's say data like emails, log files, let's say surveys, rating, reviews, social media, online communication, uh, let's say sometimes also customer or member transactions, uh, and then let's say event logs, voice, call centers, surveys. Guys, these are example of unstructured data, and we need to take over. So we need also to consider about advantage of unstructured data. So there are a few advantages of unstructured data. That one of them that I would like to mention is rich information. So rich information means there is no any particular schema, right? You can collect your data as you wish, and it provides this, this chance and opportunity to collect everything as you wish. So also you can collect data into native format. All right. It means still we don't need to go through a particular schema or particular uh, restrictions. Like if you have like for a structured data, we have column label and we have to, for instance, for one column to collect data in numerical format. That should be also not missing value, and then and lots of restriction that you might need to consider for those data collection. Native format. One more thing I would like to discuss is fast data collection. So fast data collection means that you need to take any specific tools like SQL Server for, let's say, for storage and time complexity of reading and writing data. And let's say, for instance, for log file, you just need a text file. Open the text file, write into a text file, close the text file, and maybe you need to open it and then read your data, right? Is this fast data collection? Let's say how to open and close a file. How is it easy and simple, and also taking low computational cost in terms of storage and time. Let's say compare as compared to databases or other data collection tools that they need the third-party application for consideration. And also, I would like to mention about, let's say, easy scalability. So again, a text file, right, that you want to collect your log file, let's say your emails, or maybe, or let's say, chats, or let's say, the call center, the reviews, whatever. You can easily take a text file, right? So the text file, you can create as many as you want. no restriction. It's just based on your hard disk, and you can take advantage of, you know, data like a log file. Let's say if your hard disk is 1 terabyte, and if you want to spend all terabyte of your hard disk for this, you know, log file, just imagine how much data you can collect easily without any third-party application, without any additional headache, and it's going to be really lightweight mechanism. And one more thing that I would like to discuss and consider is about, let's call it innovation, right? Innovation and discovery. So it means that unstructured data can uncover hidden patterns, trend, correlation that they might not be apparent in structured data. All right, like for instance, you can use sentiment analysis on the structured data. You can use NLP techniques and similar techniques that you can handle your data that provide, you know, new insights and new set of knowledge and information sets that it sometimes is really impossible to do it on the structured data. So these are really great, right? That we can provide it for unstructured data, but from other side, we need to also discuss about disadvantages. So the first problem with unstructured data is, you know, data quality. All right, data quality and consistency. Okay, let's say consistency. All right. So there will be a challenging to clean, validate, normalize due to the lack of, you know, guys, predefined structure means a schema, right? If there is no schema, still quality is the main problem. But there are, let's say, available techniques, methodologies that we can also make sure that we have these, you know, performance metrics feasible. But of course, they are, let's say, harder than, you know, structured data to take over. The second one that we need to consider is data integration. All right, complexity. All right, that this complexity will turn too hard to analyze your data. So let's say integrating unstructured data with the structured data sources can be complex and time consuming. All right, so we need specialized tools and techniques, guys, to be able to collect your unstructured data and deal with, you know, your unstructured data. So for instance, here, let's say your unstructured data, it depends that we have two types of unstructured data. One type is like, let's consider a log file, and usually log file is going to collect a row, and each row is going to be an event, like a timestamp. Let's say for the network traffic, it's going to be timestamp, it's going to be the protocol, it's going to be the open port, it's going to be the IP address, source IP address, and also it's going to be, you know, the byte sent, the byte received, and many more information. So guys, as you notice, I set everything into the schema, like IP address, timestamp, source, source IP address. So guys, it means this is a log file, but still there is a structure. That's really perfect. We can get this data, this unstructured data. All right, that these unstructured data, there is a pattern inside, and then we can split and use regex that I'm going to discuss about this part, right? To get those data and convert them to structure format. That's really brilliant if we can do that. But on the other side, we have a log file that there is no any specific pattern. All right. Let's say email addresses, right? So let's say surveys, let's say online communications, let's say social media, right? For these typical unstructured data, we are not having a specific, you know, schema and a structure to be able to convert them to a structured format. In this case, we need to work with text mining technique. All right, text mining technique. All right, and of course, still regex is the solution here. So I'm gonna you can see that regex is still a part of this discussion, and I will try my best to record another session to cover, you know, these text mining for these typical type of unstructured data. So, and then in terms of, you know, big data, another challenge that would be here is about, I would say here, it's going to be related to storage. All right, storage and processing. All right, and processing. So in terms of big data that we want to consider, these unstructured data is going to be huge, so like gigabyte, terabyte of data. Storage and processing is the problem. So in terms of Hadoop, we're going to make it feasible, right? We collect data, we split data into several partitions, and then we apply map and reduce. That we are not going to write map and reduce jobs. We want to use Hadoop ecosystem, all right, Hadoop ecosystem to resolve these two problems, all right? So it means that for these problems, for these storage, we can use HDFS to sort it out. And for processing, you can use, you know, a combination of Hive and Impala. So it means that we collect data into a data warehouse using, you know, using these techniques. All right. And then we use Impala to write SQL, right? Because we want to convert unstructured data to the structure format. And then you can use SQL using Impala, and you can easily, you know, work with your unstructured data. So how we can do it? Let's kick it off, right? Let's kick it off, and let's see how we can deal with it. All right. So firstly, we need the data, right? This access log is, you can see that is about 1 gig, and it's like it has about 5 million records. All right, somehow huge data, right? If I click on this, I'm not able to open it because of the size. All right, so I need to take over Hadoop ecosystem to get it, and then go through the rest of the processing. So guys, at this moment, you need Hadoop. So on this, you know, VMware, I'm working with Cloudera Quick Start, right? And what I have to do, I need firstly get this data, all right, and take it into VMware, all right? So guys, you can get this data from the Moodle page, the course page, or you can find it at the description of this video. All right, you can download it. Log file, copy, and paste it. I want to paste it here at the desktop. Great. So guys, you know that first of all, we need to work with Hadoop, and you need to open command line. Okay, launch command line, and here, what I want to do, I want to get this data and then store it and send it to HDFS. How? Let's first create and make a directory. Let's make a directory, HDFS, DFS, dash mkdir, make directory as a parent. So let's go through user. There is Hive and there is warehouse. All right, so please create a folder for me. It says access log. Let's do it. Okay, done. So then let's do HDFS DFS dash put dash F means make sure to, even if there is similar file, make sure to overwrite it. So home from Cloudera, from desktop, there is a file called access log. Guys, I'm going to take this one. Okay, access log. Where to go? Go to this path. This one. Go to this path. Right? You need to write it down. Please avoid copy pasting. Try to write the syntax and this command. Warehouse access log. Perfect. It's going to take it over, split it into several partitions. Each partition is going to be 128 megabyte. And now it's done, right? Data is now in HDFS. So if you are working an environment that permission is really important on the directories and I mean the file you're working with, maybe you need to provide the permission. All right, how to provide permission, and then you need to do like this HDFS DFS that dash ch mode means change mode. So is the command in Unix, or let's say any Unix-like operating system, used to change the access permission of files or directories. All right, you need to get this attribute uppercase R dash uppercase R, and we need to provide three numbers. So the three numbers can be the combination of 1, 2, and 4. So 1 means execute, right? So let me do like this. All right. So 1 mean, let's say execute permission. 2 means write permission. All right. And 4 means read permission. All right. So if you want to give all permission to a user, the combination is 7, right? 1 plus 2 plus 4. All right. If you want to just give read and write, it's going to be 6. All right. So, but 7, we can assign 7 to the owner of the file. If you wish, you can set again this 7 to a group associated with the file or directory if you're working with a list of users and you added them into the group. And the third digit, why not to give 7, guys? It depends on your, permissions, that how you want to distribute it across the users. So it's going to be for others, not the owner, not in the group that you you collected the user. So here, why not to use like 7, 7, and maybe you can say 4 for other user. You can just give, let's say, the read permission. So let's take all 3 7s, okay, and then we can go through, and please make sure to do it and apply it accordingly based on your requirement. So Hive, this warehouse, guys, I'm taking, this one, okay, this folder. So warehouse, and let's say access log, and here we go. So next step, guys, we need to verify data. Okay, how to verify data? We have to have through, this browser. All right, if you come over here on the browser, so on the top you need to type localhost colon 570. All right, and then go to the utilities, browse the file system. So where we did it, so user, and then user Hive, okay, and then warehouse, and here we go, access log. Okay, access log is there, and what you notice, the file is already there, guys. If you click on these, how many blocks, guys? There are 8 blocks. Why 8 blocks, guys? Because the file is 1 gig, right? 1 gig divided by 128 megabyte. It's going to be exactly 8 blocks. So you can see that each block 0, this is the size, right? The same size. It seems the last block, you can see that gets a bit less, okay? Because if you divide into 128 megabyte, you can get all these blocks, and the last block gets going to get less, you know, get less storage for the file. All right, this is how you can follow it up using, the browser. But why not to do it also with the syntax HDFS, DFS, dash ls means list. What to list? Again, the same path. User, Hive, warehouse, right? Warehouse, and then access log. Perfect, right? It says everything is already done, right? So can you see that, guys? These are the permission you are given, right? Read, write, execute, the owner, the group signing to this file, and others. All right, read, write, execute. All right. So why not remove this file from home directory? Means I don't need this access log. You can drop it. Okay. Home, Cloudera, desktop, and this access log. Okay, remove it, and it's gone. Okay, perfect. So what we need to do now, we need to understand data. All right, we need to understand data. So the sample of record is here. For any data, guys, we want to work with, we need to know data description. What's going on, what is inside, about the features and the pattern and so on. So this is a record, all right, on this access log, and we can get familiar with this file. After all arrangement, we need to understand data, and then we can go through the rest of the word. So this log file is an access log file that each record going to have something like this. The IP address, 2 dashes and space between each, and then the timestamp. The HTTP request is a get, means we want to get the data from this source, from this HTTP version, and this is the HTTP message. Let's say the confirmation 200 means is processed, is confirmed, is like data sent out successfully, and the byte and 1 dash, and then a message. So, but this message, I had a look into a file. This message, this last one, we cannot split it into a specific pattern, but the rest we can do it. Like we can take this one into, let's say, you can get it into the first attribute. You can ignore this. You can get this one to the second attribute. You can get the type of HTTP to the third attribute. This is the fourth attribute, and one by one till this one that you can collect this all together, right? But this is the unstructured file, that the part of this file you can make them structure, but the last one, which will be the last column, we are not able to do it because the next rows and next record that I had a look, it's gonna be the different message. Since it's a different message, we can keep it as it is. All right, and for this one, you can take text mining techniques or other similar techniques that they are suitable for unstructured data. So let's do it. How we can go through the rest? How to go through the rest? We need to go over here. So in this case, we want to work with Cloudera, Hadoop ecosystem. All right, that here we have all requirement. So first of all, we need to go to the editor, Hive editor, right? Because we want to collect data. How to collect data? We need to declare a table. All right, and in this case, we are able to provide all requirements. So first of all, let's do one thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to firstly check if a table that I'm going to take over, if it exists, please drop it. All right. So maybe I can do something like this. Drop table. All right. If exists. So let's name it intermediate logs. This one. Okay, let's name it intermediate logs. So select it. All right, and run it. Okay, this run button. So we can make sure that if it exists, drop it. All right. So then we need to create a table. How? Create external table. Let's name it this let's copy this one and paste it here. All right, intermediate logs and parentheses open and close. Okay. So then let's go through the attributes. So first one was IP, right? We found that is IP. Let's take it a string. The second one was date, the timestamp. Okay, I'm taking one E more because date is a reservoir. You can see based on the color. So, and then date, and then a string. Let's take it a string. The third one was, let's say, the method like get, post, delete, right? These are the method of HTTP. So let's say a string. So then it was URL that I mentioned. Let's take it again. URL string. So then HTTP version, right? It was HTTP version string. Afterwards, we had two codes. All right, after HTTP side, we have two codes. All right, and then dash, and then let's say we call it user agent. Okay, so HTTP version, let's say code 1. It was, let's take everything a string. All right, because we have to collect data from a file, and then afterwards, if you wish, you can change the types. Code 1 and then dash, let's take it a string, and then user agent. All right, which is a string. All right, this is what we did here. After all these attributes, we need to go through a trick. We need this trick, otherwise it's going to, this conversion and let's say this transformation from your log file into the warehouse, it's going to be really disaster. So here I need to add this trick. Row format. I have to say that for each row that I want to collect, I want to use SERDE. It means serialized and deserialized. Okay, and then you need to get, where is this package in org Apache and then Hadoop. So Hive, then contribute, if I'm not wrong, SERDE version 2. And why? Because from this I want to use Regex SERDE. All right, I'm going to explain what is this Regex. So, but what is this SERDE or serialized and deserialized? So guys, I mean, the table creation for unstructured data involves 2 steps. Guys, as I mentioned, this is a trick. You might do it without this trick, but you would get, lots of performance error, and then, in terms of dealing with your data will get into the consideration of like as a binary data, and then the metadata will be gone from Hive tables. So because of this, we need to get into the consideration basically for huge data. So as I mentioned, table creation for unstructured data can involve 2 steps. So first of all, you need to have Hive, the serializer and deserializer, to parse the logs and your unstructured data into a separate fields using using regular expression. So guys, regex is a technique that we want to use, all right, to say that you want to split. You want to collect this one as an IP address. You want to collect this one as a stamp, timestamp, I mean, and then as a HTTP type, and the rest. How we can collect and how we can get this, data and fetch them separately out of this textual record through regex, because with regex we can search, we can look up specific requirement and get it into for your further action. So then we will transfer data from this intermediate table to the final table. And then on the final table, you can easily run the queries faster. This is a point, and more interactively using Impala. So as I mentioned, let's recap this. This serialization and deserialization is a critical component in Hive that act as an interface between, let's say, the binary data stored in HDFS and the metadata. Guys, we need that metadata because it's a schema on the Hive table. So, and then afterwards, you can get data from any file format like CSV, JSON, like ORC, Parquet, text file, and then you can read data easily, and then also you can write data easily. All right, into these type of file. And let's say if you don't use this Hive SERDE, means this serialization and deserialization, the data stored in HDFS will be treated as binary data, guys. This is not really great, okay? Binary data means there is no schema. This means that Hive will not be able to interpret data as a tabular data. Again, why? Because schema is gone. We don't have a schema. So, and then if you want to say, okay, I want to ignore it. I want to ignore it. If you want to ignore this regex through this, this serialize and deserialize, so you need to handle it manually, which is, guys, very time consuming. You need to have a third party application. You need to have a middleman here, and then it's going to take your data, convert data into, into the schema format, and then you can read that schema format. Guys, additional headache, right? We have to ignore it. So here we have this regex that I'm going to explain how to work with this regex. So to be able to work with this regex, we need to do something like this. So we need to say with SERDE serialize, deserialize properties. All right, guys, if the color is get to the purple color, means this is the right keyword. All right, one more parenthesis, open and close. Okay, make sure that here we have two close parentheses next to each other. So here, what I want to do, you need to add two parameters. Input.regex, okay, equal to you need to provide the regex, okay, comma, and then the outputs format, which is into the string format. All right, and then you need to provide the format. So then what you need to do, you need to say where is this file, okay, location, please take over this path. User, so guys, you remember we did it here, right? If you remember, guys, we have this file here, right? This one, user Hive warehouse. So user Hive warehouse access log, okay, semicolon. I think this one, guys, this one, we have to remove this one and take it over here, okay, because this is, intermediate log, okay, the table, start table, close table, maybe we can send it to next line. All right, and then row format. So the location, guys, now we have to go through regex. So let's consider what is this regex. So the best exercise that you need to go through is from these W3 schools. So regex or regular expression is a sequence of characters that form a search pattern. Why we need it, guys? We need it for unstructured data because we need to collect, we need to get, or require information and data using a search pattern. So please, guys, if you are not familiar with these projects, please make sure to get into it and get this required skill set. Very easy, but you need to spend time on this. So we need this meta character, all right, that we need to use it. Like this bracket means a set of the character. So backslash, usually we use it, for a special sequence. Dot means any character. So it means that if you type like hello, if you put 2 dots here, all right, it says any character. It means that after H and E, we expect any character. Any character means 2 characters we are expecting, and can be any character except new line character. So this sign start with means that we would like to start a sentence or phrase or a record with H, with this one, hello, let's say in this case. So star end with means we would like to get planet, the last keyword. So star or asterisk means 0 or more occurrences. It means that we have HE, we have dot. So guys, dot means any character. How many characters? Star means 0. It means you can ignore it. You can have nothing. Or more character. It means after HE, you can add 1L, 2L. You can write a sentence because you can meet this criteria. Plus means 1 or more occurrences, question mark, 0 or 1 occurrences. Okay, these are really important. And a square and this curly bracket, exactly the specified number of occurrences. It means that HE constant dot means any character, but how many characters? 2 characters. We set it. We need 2 characters. And vertical line either. Okay, capture or a group, we can use parentheses. Guys, this metadata or let's say these meta characters is very important for this topic. And we have few more special sequences, like I do start from here. \d means return a match where the string contains digits. Okay, means from 0 to 9. If it's uppercase D, means anything doesn't contain digits. \s means white space character. Uppercase S means doesn't contain white space. \w means return characters like A to Z, lowercase and uppercase, and digits 0 to 9, and of course underscore. Like you can ignore symbols, but if you want to consider symbols, you can use \uppercase W. All right, so these are basically those sequences that we usually use. So let's say, how does it work? I give you example, all right, and then you need to go through this. Let's go through this example. All right, try it yourself. So what's going on here? What it says? It says we have a text. This one, the rain in Spain. It says that RE, guys, means the regex library. Dot find all. It means find these pattern, all possibilities, this pattern on this text. So it's going to start the. Is there AI? No. Rain. Is there AI? Yes, there is. And it's going to print out A and I. All right. Spain. A and I. Is there A and I? Yes, there is. All right. And you can print it out. So let's make it a bit, mature. All right. Let me use pattern. Or maybe here, let's say this rain in Spain in, let's add a number, okay, like this, like, this, and, like this, okay? So what I want to do, I want to collect the numbers. Which numbers? The numbers could be, let's say maybe here, the rain, just guys, random value. I want to add, 9, 20, 21, okay? So I want to add those numbers that starting with 4 digits, slash and then two digits. Okay, so how to write this pattern? So guys, as a habit, we use R. R means this is regex. Okay, the pattern. What is the pattern? The pattern is I need 4 digits. How to provide digit? Come back here, go into the meta character. So for digit, you need to come over here, right? The sequences. Return a match where the string contain digits. Perfect. Backslash D. Okay, go back here. Backslash D. So how many, if you want to get control of the numbers, curly bracket, exactly specified number of occurrences. So then here I would say that I need exactly 4 digits. Afterwards, I expect dash and then another D, now 2 digits. This is a pattern. I remove this one. I would say that please find pattern over this txt. If you run this, all right, you can see that we could collect those numbers based on the pattern. Okay, so you can see that we couldn't grab this because it's firstly 2 digits slash 2 digits. Okay, because here we say 4 digits, not 2 digits, and also this is only 2 digits. Means the pattern goes only for these two values. This is the idea, guys, about you know, from this concept or this method we call regex. Why? Because also this is unstructured. This is a text. This is a phrase. Out of this phrase, I want to collect, you know, this and this. How? Using the pattern. This is what we have to do. All right. So let's go back to, you know, Hive editor, and let's do it together. So how we can do it together? This is a, let's say this is our data. We need to write regex out of it. How to write regex out of it? Okay, first one is going to be the IP address. Guys, for IP address, you know that we have 4 octets, means 4 numbers. Each number is going to be between 0 and 255, right? So it means that the regex that you can add it here, you can add, you know, something like this. So the parentheses we need it to make sure this is a group, means we need to collect it, right? So the parentheses, you can add, you know, the regex. You can take it easy by adding something like this. So if I add, you know, this bracket, okay, and then if I add this symbol, I'm going to explain what is this, and a white space, okay, a white space and asterisk. What does it mean? It means that I'm expecting, this one means that I'm expecting any character except, this one means except, right? Except white space, because you can see that is everything except white space. Number, white space, and asterisk means I do expect to get at least 0 or more occurrences. It means, okay, I do expect to have it or not have it. Okay, so you can take it like this, very general, right? Or you can do something like this. You can say, okay, I'm not going to take it general. I'm going to give it exactly, you know, the regex format. So what is the regex? I do expect to import numbers, guys, backslash D, as we did here, backslash D, right, means a number, 4 digits. Instead of backslash D, guys, also we can use these sets. You can see that 0 to 9, return a match for any digit between 0 and 9. Guys, this is exactly backslash D. All right, let's do it. So here I would say that please number between 0 and 9. How many numbers? So since we said between 0 and 255 means 1 digit to 3 digits. Okay, I do like this. Then we expect to have, if you want to have dots, because if you notice after 48 we have dot, but guys, this dot in the regex format means any character, right? But I don't want to use as any character. I want to use it as dot character, okay, not as the meta character for regex. How we can do it? You just need to say backslash, means this is a dot character, okay, not a regex. So then you can repeat the same thing, right? You can repeat the same thing, 0 to 9, all right, and then 1 to 3, again dot, all right. So you can repeat 4 times, right? You can repeat 4 times, and that's it, right? This is what we can do it. But guys, in this format, for this backslash, you need to add, you need to add 2 backslash. Guys, this is, I mean, the format of writing of regex in this format. I mean, in this Hive editor. All right. For any backslash you have, you need to add 1 more. All right. So you can do like this, or as I said that, let's say you are expecting to get IP address for few records, and maybe few records they don't provide IP address. They provide, the DNS server. Maybe they provide a web address, or maybe they provide the FTP address. Okay, they are not IP address. In this case, let's take that general one. So general one means that I do expect to provide this one. So not white space asterisk means nothing or more. Okay, this is first one. So what about the second one? These 2 hyphen. So you can add these 2 hyphen, right? So how you can, because I don't need that. I don't need it. So if you don't need it, you don't need to add parentheses. Okay, you don't need to create a group. So you can easily add it. Hyphen, white space, hyphen, space. Guys, these are, because of this space, hyphen, and so on. Then we have, guys, this one, okay? This bracket going something like this, and then bracket. So how to sort it out? So I need bracket, bracket. So guys, but these bracket, they are a part of a message. It means that you need to provide this backslash means that these are not a regex, these are the character. So again, if you see this backslash, you need to add 1 more. Okay, you need to add 1 more. So now we are inside. Inside of this, we need to go through a pattern. So what is the pattern? So first of all, we have a digit, which is 2 digits, then a slash. We have here the month. So maybe you can see that is a combination of lowercase and uppercase. Let's do it one by one. So let's have these parentheses. Why? Because we need this bunch of data. So backslash D, guys, we have 1 more backslash. And then we expect to be 2 digits. All right. Then we have slash. You can see that here is 31 slash March slash. Okay, so slash, and then we expect that March. So for the March, you can use this one, A to Z uppercase and A to Z lowercase. How many characters? 3 characters. Okay, combination of lowercase and uppercase. Or you can use backslash W, right? Doing the same thing. Then we expect another slash, and then 215 means digit, 4 digit. Okay, so slash. So then again backslash, backslash. You know that 1 backslash is extra. D, but 4 digits. That's it. And then afterwards we have, guys, this one, colon. Again, number, colon, number, colon, number. Okay, let's do it. So here colon, backslash D. All right, for the first number, for 21. Okay, for 21 is a digit of 2. Make sure to add 1 extra backslash, and then you can repeat this one. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. Okay, make sure to remove these white spaces. All right. So then after 3, what else we have? We have, guys, this hyphen, okay, white space hyphen. So white space hyphen, and then we have, guys, that 0400 means again we have another 4 digits. Guys, if you take that one as integer, it's gonna to remove, this 0, right? Because 0 is not, readable for integer. It's going to take it 400. So that's the reason we take, that, let's say date string, okay, to make sure we get everything as it is. So backslash one more D again. So how many? Oh, sorry, D. How many? 4 digits. And that's it, guys. Was really difficult, right, to do it. So next one, we are here now. So for that one, we need a white space, right? We need white space, and then we need, guys, we have this one, this quotation mark. But guys, what I want to do, I want to collect get separately, and then I want to get this one separately. I want to get this one separately. So I need to provide 3 different, let's say regex. So what I need to do for this one, for get this one. Okay, let me copy this one. Oh no, I don't need to copy. So double quote is there. Where is this double quote? Double quote, and then get. So for get, I need to open parentheses. I need it. I want to use this one. Okay, and then I would say that. So I would say that I can use, guys, the same approach we did here, right? So it means that here I'm going to say that everything except white space, 0 or many character, because I'm not sure, is it get, is it update, is it post, maybe it's empty. So why not to get it like this? So then what else? Also, you can use, guys, this backslash. Okay, backslash white space means exactly white space. Okay, so it's, I mean, backslash is safe in regex. Let's ignore it and then let's continue. Then I do need, this one. All right, I do need that one. So how to write it? Maybe for that one also I want to use the same thing, the general message. This one, okay. White space, that one. Okay. So I think it's gonna be long. Okay. So let's do it. Let me zoom out. So this is now for get. This is for home and backslash home. And I can add one more for this one, for HTTP, this one. I can add, because I want to get it both together. All right, I want to get it both together. So how to provide it? I can do the same thing. What is space? Okay, guys, but make sure to close it with this quotation mark. Okay, it means it goes for this one. So anything outside parentheses means I don't need it. Okay, but this is a part of the pattern. All right, this is what we have. Then I have 2 numbers. For 2 numbers, I can use, for instance, this one. So again, parentheses. So digit means, backslash D. So make sure to get this, backslash D. So, guys, we need 2. All right, as a comment, as a syntax. So, guys, you can put asterisk means if there is, get it, and then more, because we are not sure, because, guys, this is huge data, right? We are not able to open the file and see all the numbers. Okay, because of that, I'm not sure that how many digits there are. If you know how many digits, so then you can provide the boundary. All right, then how many digits. So let's get this one for first number. one more tab space, and then, you know, another one. So then this one, now we are here. So again, white space. So means that, you know, this double quote. All right, but inside double quote, you need to have these parentheses. Let's say collected. Maybe we have hyphen, maybe we have dash, maybe we have question mark. I'm not sure how many, what is exactly between those double quotes. That's the reason I'm using these parentheses. And then I would say that everything except everything except, maybe you can provide this one, except this one. Okay, how many? 0 or more. Okay, so the last one, guys, is this one. Okay, how to provide it? White space. Okay, white space now because of this white space, and then quotation mark means that quotation mark is there. I have one more quotation mark because of, you know, the close one here, and between you can take it like general, you know, general regex means here. Maybe you can add, you know, the same thing here that you did it. Maybe the same thing. Okay, the same thing. I think it's feasible. All right, is feasible. So that's it. It's long, but we could modify it. Okay, and then into the string you have to provide how many records you have. The one record, right? Two records, and then, you know, the pre-record you have to provide one by one. So how many we have here? We have 1, 2. Is it gonna be the entire one? 2 means, guys, this one, right? This is 2, the parentheses. This is 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so how to provide it? You need to say this one, percentage 1 $, a string. Okay, means that the first one means first one is a string. So $, is the part of the syntax. Okay, so because, guys, it's like, you know, this backslash. If you have 2, it means one of them is the syntax, and here $, means $1 means I'm not going to take it as a $, you know, symbol. I want to get it as the format. So then you can repeat this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then you have to say this is the second one, this is the third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, now we could collect this one into 9 attributes. That's really perfect, guys. We could do it. Okay, so then let me double check. So it means that go through this external table, create it. All right, and then take this serialize and deserialize trick here. Why? Because I want to use regex to read data line by line to make sure to bring, you know, do the schema. What is a schema? This is schema that we mentioned here. And these are the order of attributes to make sure that we collect them into the string format. Okay, string format. So where is the file? Here in this HDFS path. So what we have to do, so let me select it. So what we need to do, guys, you need to select it. All right, select this. All right, and make sure to run it. Guys, make sure to select, okay, because we have done this. You don't need to run it. So maybe you can use 2 hyphen to make it as a comment. Okay, if you forget to select, you know, this these syntaxes and these commands one by one, maybe you can use 2 dashes to make sure this is now the comment, means it's done. Okay, so then it's done, and then you can run this one. So All right, it's error. So let me see what is the error. So input regex is going to be all right. Okay, the problem, guys, is here. So all right, so guys, here I missed, this single quote. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, let me run again. So we expect, guys, to get everything. You can see that is success. So guys, how it was quick. 1 GB data, guys. It's now in intermediate logs. So why? Because of, guys, this serialize and deserialize that made it super quick for us. All right. So it's done, guys, right? We could take data into the intermediate table. So, but guys, it's better to drop this table and create a table without dependencies, because here we have these dependencies still going on. Okay, and whenever you want to go through this table, it's going to again execute this serialize deserialize. So because this step is going to make data transformation and data aggregation, and let's say any kind of data collection process you have, maybe the aggregation, maybe just the collection, maybe merging, maybe concatenation. So whatever you want to do, is better to firstly go through this. This is a trick, guys, as I mentioned, to speed up your data collection. Then what we have to do, we need to create another table and collect all this serialized and deserialized data into the actual data, database. So how? Let's say that, let's firstly drop a table if it exists. I want to say drop table. So guys, here, if you notice, if exists, let's take it logs. Okay, let's take it logs. So make sure to select it. Okay, select it and run it, because I just want to run this syntax. Okay, not these ones. So then let me move forward. Then let me create another table. All right. So this table, why not to copy this one? Okay, and then come over here, and then here create external table, and then here I just want to say logs. All right, so everything is same. All right, so at the end you have to say row format. So row format now is like delimiter, right? Delimited fields is here, right? By, so by means comma. Okay, means that take this comma as delimiter, and then location. Location means where to save it. Please save it into this path, user. So then Hive. So we can see that, guys, it's going to open the Vizar. It's going to take HDFS, right? Control space, warehouse. And then in the warehouse control space, you can see that these are everything there. But let me take logs. Okay, I want to add into the logs file. So then what we have to do, we have to say insert, then overwrite table. So overwrite logs, please. Okay, how? From this one, select everything from these intermediate logs, semicolon. So guys, but we need second trick. The second trick is this one, add a jar file. So this jar file is here, user library hive hive contribute dot jar. All right, semicolon. So what is this trick? Add, jar file. So guys, this jar file contains additional contributed functionality for Apache Hive. So let's say it includes various extension, utilities, additional features that they are not a part of the core Hive, guys. This is the second trick here. So it's really important for huge size data. So it basically, let's say that it includes additional UDF. UDF means user defined function. It means that if you want to write a SQL query using your own functions, UDF, right, not built-in function in SQL. With this one, you can add this feature. All right, and there are lots of input and output formats that make it available, and lots of capabilities that you can add here on the table. Okay, on the table, this one. With this one, you can add it. So add UDF, add still serializer and deserializer, add input output format, and lots of capabilities of Hive that you can add on top of this logs table. That's what exactly we need. So what I want to do, I want to select, guys, this one, make sure to select it. All right, and run. Okay, there is error. So let's see what is the error. Okay, create external table, logs, IP, date, method using everything same, and then row format, and then fields terminated by comma, location. So maybe one semicolon here. So add jar file, user, library, Hive. Okay, guys, one library I believe is missing here. We need two library. And then Hive, okay, that's it. Okay, let me select again this one and run it. Please run. Okay, it get a stock. Okay, let me firstly, drop the table. Please run. Okay, drop it and then run this. So you can see that this one is now going to run, this one. It takes a bit time. You can see that still going on, all right, because it's going to add those additional extension utilities and features. Still going on to get, the succeed message. Still going on, guys, because data is 1 gig, about 8 partitions. So, but these are really important. We had 2 tricks, guys, to be able to get unstructured data using regex into the structured format. And then we need to design a dependent table like the log table to get everything into, the tabular format. And then why we need it? Because it's going to make, your queries as easy as possible, as fast as possible. So guys, success. All right. So then it's over, right? It's done. So what we need to do, maybe you can also save it, Control S. Maybe you can name it. Let's say tutorial 1. So whatever, guys, whatever you wish, save it. Okay, and then save queries. If you go here, save queries, you can see the save queries. So now we can go to Impala. All right, Impala, because I want to write SQL. I want to write SQL queries. Okay, so here we can press this refresh. So you can see that still those tables that we created, they are not here. Why? Because we need to let's say reload metadata in Impala. So to inform Impala about tables that we created, we need to refresh metadata information, invalidate metadata, semicolon, and then run it. Okay, it's going to bring all the schemas. All right, so if I refresh, so okay, now it's here, right? I mean, if I go to the default, and then you can see that logs, intermediate, everything is here. So these logs, I want to say open in browser. Okay, if you select open in browser, you can see that, guys, these are all stuff we did, but we have a problem here because everything is null value. We did a mistake in the regex. So you can see that we have, you know, this information, 9 columns that we generated. And if I, no, not drop it. So logs, if I say open in editor. So guys, everything is null. So it means we are doing something wrong. So let's go to the Hive. Okay, let's check. It seems that, guys, the regex is the problem. Maybe you can go to the saved queries. All right, this tutorial 1 that we used. Okay, just click on tutorial 1 and you can get everything here again. Okay, so let's do again. Drop, select it and run it. All right, this subset. Okay, let's go through this one. This one. All right, and see basically what's going on. So IP, a date method URL, HTTP version, 2 codes, dash, and so on. So in the input regex, what I want to do, let's use, you know, this one and 2 dashes, and then this D, and then A to Z. Guys, I'm going through this to make sure everything is as we expect, and then dash D. So then here space. All right, we have a space, and then this one, or maybe is much better. Okay, maybe it cannot read the white space. It means that here I would definitely add, I think this is a problem of this. Okay, I would add backslash, means read it as a white space, read it as a white space, read it as a white space. A to Z, A to Z, 3. Okay, guys, the problem is here. There is no white space. Because of this easy problem, we need to run everything again. So run this, drop it firstly, then create it. All right, why not to drop again this, the log one, and the last one. Run it. Okay, it needs time to be done. So you can see that still the flight black here means still going on. So this taking time, guys, because of, you know, this single line, because it's going to bring everything from intermediate logs to the logs table. All right, done, right? So then go back to Impala. So why not to invalidate? You can double click on this and run it. So guys can see that it says, you know, this says query this flight. It's pending, right? It's running. It's better to wait, okay, to be done, and then go through the rest. Query this flight. Let's wait to get the green tick. Okay, it's done, right? And then click on this. All right. And then let's run. All right, great. So everything is here, right? IP, date, method, URL. So, and then, you know, HTTP version, code, dash, user agent. This is really perfect that we could collect it. So from now on, you just need to write queries. Like, let's say I want to say, find the top 10 most, let's say, accessed, let's say something like this, access, you know, URLs, for instance. How to do it? Select like URL. Okay, we need to count because we have to find the most. Okay, count asterisk as, let's call it access count. Okay, from logs, and then group by URL. Guys, you need to get SQL query skill sets, order by, let's say this access count. I just want to take it as an example of that you can, let's say, limit to 10 and run it. So after collecting your unstructured data into the Hive, all right, and then you are able to write SQL query, right? You can see how is that easy. You can take it over.